Put your hands together for the very funny Mr. Michael Rock.
Great to be here tonight. So I'm sure some of you feel a bit weird at seeing a white guy such as myself dressed like this. But I reassure you this is not a yellow face act, so no, me not so solly. The reason I'm dressed like this is because I recently got back from China and I want to tell you a bit about my experiences there and what Chinese culture. For starters, Chinese culture teaches that the entire universe, every aspect of existence, is governed by an immense celestial bureaucracy. Immense celestial bureaucracy? That makes so much sense. No wonder everything in life is so fucked up. Another major difference are between China and the US are the waitresses. Let me explain. You know how if you go to a restaurant and the waitress sees you, gives you your menu and leaves you alone to order? That's not the case in China. Chinese waitresses will stand over you until you've ordered something. I was at this one restaurant in Beijing, and the waitress seats me. I'm looking forward to finally trying some authentic Chinese food, but she's standing over me like this. And it is unnerving as hell, so I keep trying to tell her, 请等一下, 请等一下. That's Chinese for, please wait a second, but she's not budging. And this goes on for 5 minutes. I'm too unnerved to order when all of a sudden she walks off, and I'm thinking, thank God I can finally order, only to find another waitress standing over me 5 seconds later. So I say, you know what, screw this, I'm going to KFC. So I'm at the KFC, and I'm minding my own business there, and this little girl sees me and shouts out, 大家看看一下，这儿有个外国人. That's Chinese for everyone, take a look, there's a foreigner in here. And she didn't mean it in a racist way in the slightest, because here's the thing, in the US, you see people of all races. In China, everyone's Chinese. As a result, being a white guy in China is a bigger deal than being a Puerto Rican guy in Alaska. And so all these Chinese patrons at the KFC are walking up to me, taking pictures with me, giving autographs. So I'm enjoying my newfound celebrity status. When the girl's mother comes up to me and shoos them off and tells me in perfect English, "I'm so sorry, sir, but we don't see many of your kind around here, so these reactions are very common." I try to be funny, so I say, you know what? I get this all the time where I'm from being Jewish, to which she just gapes at me and shouts at the other patrons, 大家你们都可以回来，外国人是犹太人. That's Chinese for everybody, you can come back, the foreigner's a Jew. Because here's the thing, Jews are the Chinese people's favorite kind of white people. So I was elevated from Puerto Rican and Alaska status to unicorn status. Oh, and another big difference is that the fortunes and fortune cookies in China are much larger, as this shows. But there's a real reason why the Chinese have such an appreciation for Jews. Our cultures are surprisingly similar. We have the world's two oldest literary traditions. Our religions emphasize conduct over belief. We both have neurotic, overbearing mothers. We both have grandmothers who enjoy playing mahjong. And we both need to buy tickets in order to go to our temples. I think the only major difference between Jewish and Chinese culture is that the Chinese eat a lot of pork and the Jews feel guilty about eating pork. And another myth about China is that it's this Orwellian state where the government's always spying on you with all sorts of censorship. Bullshit. It is really easy to bypass their censors, and it's really not a big deal, so I was able to get news about stuff stateside. And while I was there, I heard the news that Chick-fil-A was expanding its base of stores, and this upset me. Do you know why? Because they make lousy chicken. And it's like, I don't get it, because I understand they're religious and they're closed on Sundays, but I've read the Bible and nowhere in there does it say, "Thou shalt not think of ways to improve thy cooking on the Sabbath." And there is one other difference between Jewish and Chinese culture. Alcohol is a big part of Chinese culture, and Jews can't handle their liquor, which, for any of you non-Jews in the audience who've ever had Manischewitz, that's why it's so syrupy sweet. We have to drink 4 cups of that stuff on Passover. If you made a Jew drink 4 cups of regular strength wine, they'd succumb to alcohol poisoning. But yeah, we can't handle our liquor. You want proof? Let me tell you a true story. I was at a party a few months ago. I only had 3 shots of tequila, and the next thing I can remember, I was waking up in my bed the next morning, completely naked, next to Lady Gaga. And for those of you conspiracy theorists out there who believe she's transgender, I hate to break the news to you that she does not have a dick. Just a very, very, very loose vagina. You've been a wonderful audience, thank you, and good night.
Michael Rock, everyone!